So today I wanted to talk about what really is the bread and butter of building your business online. I hear this time and again from entrepreneurs who are really successful. They talk about the importance of email list building. The ones I know to be truly successful take this extraordinarily seriously. And something I've found to be true is that there is a direct correlation between email list building and commercial success. One study I saw stated that 70% of transactions online were triggered by something that happened in the email inbox. That makes it really important. So the very first question you might have is, what is email list building, Bob? Well, I'll tell you. So this video, I'm going to treat it a little bit like a complete beginner's guide. I'm going to assume you know nothing, and that way no one's disappointed. Email list building, in simple terms, is the activity of gathering the email addresses of people who might be into what you do. Using those email addresses, that's a completely different video, but gathering and intentionally collecting the email addresses of your potential customers. So why does this even matter? Well, despite what you might think, we're not as impulsive as a lot of people would lead you to believe. We don't simply rock up on a website and decide to spend 100, 200, 300, 400, 1,000, 2,000 on a whim. We just don't. Serious purchases require time. And yet most people design and build their websites for that person who's ready to turn into a customer right now in this single browsing session. It doesn't work like that. So if we can stay with a prospect while they're on that buying journey, if we can retain a relationship with them until they hit that point where they're ready to spend some money, our chances of them spending money with us become much, much higher. And the most direct and reliable way to remain in contact with somebody is through their email inbox. Not through social media, not through search, but email. We have a direct line of communication. So it becomes really important, if we want to be able to make offers at the right time, to have the email address. So how do we do this email list building thing? It's a big topic. There's a lot of places we could go, but I'm going to keep it really simple, right down to the fundamentals. One of the core list building tools is what we might call a lead magnet. It's a piece of information. Often it's something as simple as a PDF. We'll offer that PDF in exchange for something like an email address. On my website, you can download the Personal Brand Business Roadmap. It's something I put a lot of work into. I could probably charge for it, but I give it away on my website because I value the email addresses of the people who would be into that kind of document. Giving you my information, that which I value, in exchange for something you value, your contact information. Another more complex instance of this might be something like webinars, where there's a lot more activity, it's a lot more engaged, but the rewards on the other end are much higher. You probably will gather far more email addresses in a way that you can control in a shorter space of time. Scaling things up again, things like virtual summits. With something like that, you might gather hundreds or thousands of email addresses in a short space of time. Whereas something like a lead magnet on your website, for most people, it's going to be a slow burn affair. It's going to take some time to get big numbers. Don't get me wrong, big numbers don't matter, but they're nice. Similarly, proactive is something like podcast guesting. Again, it's not going to massively grow your list in a short space of time, but it's going to consistently put you in front of new potential customers in a way that you can share the link to your lead magnet with these wonderful people who might be into what you do. So in simple terms, where do you have eyeballs? That's where you should be sharing your lead magnet. Maybe that's social. Maybe that's on your podcast. Maybe that's in-person events. Maybe that's on your business card or your email signature. Doesn't matter. Share your lead magnets where your eyeballs are in ways that they can then jump onto your email list. So a couple of list building health warnings. Don't buy email lists. It's very tempting, but it's very dangerous for a few different reasons. Number one, it can get you banned by your email provider because you might have very high bounce rates. You might have very high unsubscribe rates. People might complain about you and point the finger and call you a spammer. And Bob doesn't want to be called a spammer, neither do you. Similarly, you can trick people into giving you their email address. But just think how you feel when you've been tricked. You don't want people receiving emails from you already disliking you because of the way that you got their email address. So here's my question. Knowing what we know about the correlation between commercial success and email list building, what are you going to do to up your email list building? If you're at the beginning, what are you going to do to start? If you're doing okay, what are you going to do to level this up? It doesn't matter who you are, you can do this better. So I really hope you can see what I can see here. Email list building should be the very top priority on your website, not a side quest. It shouldn't be an afterthought. It should be a core business activity. If you take that seriously, you can have what other people don't have. Wonderful business success and customers who buy from you again and again and again. Outliers can get lucky. Ordinary people rely on proven tactics, proven methods, and email list building is one of those core ingredients of success online. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you do, then consider subscribing. If you did enjoy this video again, then you will love the Personal Brand Business Roadmap. It's everything you need to start, scale, and fix your expert business. Visit my website, amplifyme.agency/roadmap. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.